Hey there, party people. DJ Eliyahu Kanush here from Holy Simchas, Mr. Holy Simchas. So, a frequently asked question is, we have a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah or a wedding coming up. Can we come see you perform? So the answer is like this. We perform from Tzfat to Eilat. Most of our events are from Ma'ale Adumim to Modi'in. We've got Beit Shemesh, Gush Etzion in Jerusalem, all over there. And we're in Renana quite a bit also. So we have a lot of events. And the question is, question number one, is it worthwhile for you to come to Renana to come see us do an event if you're in Modi'in? It's kind of a long trek. Question two is, how would you like it if people who were coming to check out, an event group, a DJ, to come to your event and just kind of like not be invited, but come kind of like wallflowers just watching and trying to not disturb the vibe. The thing is, a bar bat mitzvah or a wedding, it's kind of like a theater show. And our job as the DJ MCs is to get everybody feeling like they're inside, right? Like that they're inside, that they're cared about, that they're part of the celebration, bringing them in to celebrate the celebrant, the chatan, the kala, or the chatana bar mitzvah, or the kalata bat mitzvah. And the guest list is usually very carefully curated by the Balei Simcha. Let's talk about a bar bat mitzvah. Usually they want to see people there that they know, and sometimes there's a bunch of people that they maybe haven't seen in a long time. There may be people that they see frequently, but they're all dressed up in their nice clothes, and they're in character, they're in role of greeting everybody. So if they see people there that they don't know, their attention span gets stretched a little thin. Now that's on top of their worrying about, where's my speech, where's my disc on key, where's my checkbook, do I have a laptop, did I greet all these people, did I thank all the right people in the speech, did I thank enough people, or did I thank too many people, is my speech going to be boring? They've got a lot on their mind. So when they're scanning the room and trying to greet everybody, if they see people there that are strangers, they don't know, it can trigger, a lot of what we do is working with the unconscious. When we're emceeing and DJing, is we're working with the guests and the Balei Simcha's unconscious to cue them that this is a celebration, right? Part of that happens through the clothes and the decor and the atmosphere and the music. And part of it also just involves with who they're seeing there. So if they see people that they don't know, they might go, oh, maybe they're trying to go, who is that person? If it's in the mother, they might be going, is that from my husband's side of the family? Do I like that person, not like that person? Should I greet them? How should I greet them? Especially, they're trying to greet everybody because that's part of the host, right? The position of a host at a simcha. So you can probably see where I'm going with this is we try to discourage people from coming to see us at a simcha because the impact that will have on the simcha itself. The other thing that goes on is we're reading the room. So if we see somebody who's like maybe not dressed in fancy clothes, it kind of, it offsets the whole, the whole vibe of a simcha. All the guests are dressed to be at a simcha, but when you're going to check out, a DJ or a caterer, you might not be dressed in simcha clothes. And it's gonna offset the feeling that we're trying to create, we as a community who's celebrating this, of the simcha. It just kind of, it distorts it a little bit. The other thing is, as a DJ, that primarily my role is DJ MC. Okay, I'm also the event planner. Oftentimes, I'm constantly reading the room and saying, okay, who can I get onto the dance floor now? Who hasn't had a song for them in a while? And looking at people, kind of profiling them. If I see somebody who's not invited and I'm trying to go, oh, what would get them onto the dance floor? Would it be this version of Tzama, or that version of Tzama, or Baruch HaGever, or Bubble It, or what, the YMC, whatever it is, a million songs going through my head. Also the beats per minute, the volume level. I'm kind of like taking, what's it called? Like in math, you've got the X with the line over it, the average. Trying to give people turns to be on the dance floor, Let's get the older people on, the younger people on, and keeping as many people on the dance floor involved as possible as much of the time. So if I see people there who are not part of the crowd, I'm not being able to do my job just right of getting the most people from the guest list on the dance floor. See what I'm saying? I might, be looking at one of the people who are coming to check me out and going, I look at how they're dressed, their age group. I might be, like categorizing them in mind. What song would they like to hear? And that wouldn't have nothing to do with the actual Bala Simcha and their guests. What kind of music, what volume, what tempo, what pitch, what remix, what cue points, so many things going to DJing, and end up playing a song to get, somebody who's visiting the Simcha to view me onto the dance floor, which would disrupt the flow and disrupt my job as the DJ / MC / event organizer. So for those reasons, it's discouraged to come view it, right? Hopefully this makes some sense. If it's fine with a Balei Simcha and it works out once in a while, once in a while it might be fine. And sometimes I'll go, I'll ask my gut, I'll ask really my guide, my God, is this the right thing to do? To ask the Balei Simcha if it's okay if people come check it out, or if people are, I'll ask my gut once in a while. But usually what I say is it's preferred that you don't come. There's another reason why I prefer to send you videos, is from videos you can see, we see that the parties are fun, and we can get a sense of like what we're like and what we want in contrast to the videos. Whereas when you're coming to a Simcha, you might go, oh, that's the kind of music that this DJ plays. And it's just not true. There isn't a kind of music that I play. I play all kinds of music. There's one kind of music which I don't play, which is raunchy rap, okay? There is such a thing as raunchy rap. There's rap that's not raunchy. Raunchy rap, as in like super raunchy rap that has a lot of sexual and objectification references, I'm not the right DJ. I'm Holy Simchas. I'm not your rabbi. I'm not going to come and say, well, I'm not going to play that song. It has the word sexy in it one time. If that's what you want, that's what you want. That's fine. That's not raunchy rap. And then I also have clean versions of almost every song. But what I'm saying here is you're gonna have your experience. Okay, your Holy Simcha is different than anybody else's Holy Simcha, because we're gonna sit with you for, I kid you not, up to an hour. There have even times where I've sat with people for an hour and a half, getting to know the family, the different dynamics. How much do you want requests to come in from your child? How much do you want things to be screened? Do you want me to repeat songs? There was one family, they wanted me to play a song in a loop 3 times. I kid you not. They didn't want mixes or remixes. They just wanted Shehechianu Vekihi Manu played 3 times. That was their family tradition. I've done over 1,200 bar and bat mitzvahs. And what can I tell you is everyone is different. Their song preferences, how much influence they want to have. Some want to have a ton, some want to have none, some want to pick every song. Some say, I defer to your judgment completely. Some say, here's my suggestions, but I defer to your judgment. Some say, I don't defer to your judgment. I know exactly what I want and exactly what's going to get people on the dance floor because I know my crowd. And some people just don't know really, but they think they know. And that's my job to kind of like sniff those people out when I'm pre-booking people who think that they know, but really they want the kind of music that they want to listen to at home, which is fine, but you don't need a DJ for that. For that you could have a party with no DJ, because that music it's not going to get people dancing. You might get a few people mouthing the words to the songs, but those people don't want a professional DJ. They really want more like a technician, which is fine. That's called background music. And, I can perform as your technician. I prefer not to, because I'm a professional DJ. I can send you a technician to just bring in speakers and, play your playlist. What's my point? My point is coming back to this theme of, can I come see you at a simcha? It's preferable, if you think about from your own perspective, anytime you've gone to see people like check out wedding food at a caterer's, and you see them kind of like sitting in the corner. We all know what they're doing. They're tasting the food, and it makes sense from a certain perspective. Like, well, how are they going to know if they want that place and that food and what they want on their menu? But the classy places have that in a separate room, right? They're not going to have the tasting right when you walk in, and the first thing you see instead of the Balei Simcha is people tasting food. It's kind of like it's kind of a European American standard of quality that we're trying to bring to the whole industry. That's why we've created the Holy Simchas events groups, right? That includes vendors and venues They're going to, appeal to a American/European standard. And this applies very much to venues and vendors, but that's not what I want to talk about now. I think I've covered the reasons why it's maybe not so advisable to try to come see a DJ. You wouldn't want somebody like coming and being a fly on the wall and sitting there like this, kind of like, they might be socially awkward, they might, there's a lot of reasons to not. That being said, if you have any questions about, any curiosity or doubts about how we at the Holy Simchas Events Group do at Bar Bat Mitzvahs, all you got to do is just Google, Holy Simchas, search through Facebook, and you'll just see stunning recommendations, okay? And the recommendations come in a large part because we value our customers, we value their privacy. So what I would suggest is have a look at our offers, have a look at some of our videos. Our videos, for the most part, are not kind of overdubbed with music. So what you do see is you see the music that we played for that Simcha. Again, you don't make the assumption, well, that's what they're going to play at my Simcha. No, we're going to have a in-depth conversation about what's the flow, what's the run of the show for your events. And we're going to make micro adjustments at the event. And we're going to be in coordination with your caterer, with your photographer, to make sure everything is staged and yet at the same time organic. Why do I say organic? Because you never know what your reactions are going to be to hosting a simcha, especially if you're doing a bar bat mitzvah and your child is going, well, I'm really overwhelmed with how much attention is going on me and the pressure. So we make those micro adjustments. That's a whole other topic I'll talk about in another video, the micro adjustments. Okay, hopefully this is a good introduction to explanation to why we prefer that people don't come check us out at a bar bat mitzvah. It's really not like, well, we're pressing play, here's the movie, you'll see it, and this is the same movie that you're going to see. Okay, it's a little disruptive to the simcha itself that you're coming to visit, and it's not accurate for what you're going to get at your simcha. Okay, so there's a limited amount of value in what you'll see.